Welcome to our first podcast. My name is Rafael Guzman. Next to me, my good friend, co-host, Gerardo Ubieda from Tempano.
Hello.
Behind the camera, production, and everything else that is organized, Gabriel Miranda from Brazil. The idea of this podcast is to bring happiness to everyone that watch it in their life. Let me explain how it's the dynamic of the podcast. We'll be giving audio tips, which they are easy, not too deep, because there are too many sources this day in order to get deeper. So we'll be talking about that. Then we're going to recommend a song. Today is Rush song, YYZ. Great song. Check it out. Then we're going to talk a little bit with our first guest, my good friend Gerardo. Then we're going to do a lot of things that you're going to have fun. Gerardo, welcome.
Thank you, Rafael, because I think you are a very important person in my life. And this is my honoring. I feel very, very, very happy and very close of all the things that we will be talking about. And thank you again for invite me and be the first person in this podcast.
The name of the podcast is Pro Audio Music and Storytellers. Gerardo and I, we know each other for how long? Better not to say it.
No.
Very long.
And you and I.
We've been through a lot.
Yes.
We start together practically, and we stay together after too many moons.
Many years ago. Yeah.
My first question, Gerardo, let's talk about music first. What is a record, an album that kind of like marked your life? What was the first record in your life that you consider that being a basic in your life to be who you are these days?
Okay. There's many different records, albums, long plays, and vinyls, of course. But I think the very first, I was in my home. I was listening to radio, Capital Radio, one of the best radios, AM, no FM, AM radios in Caracas, Venezuela. And there's a lot of music was happening on that moment, and the DJ says, okay, this is a song from the last album from the band Yes. And
Whoa,
this
yes.
is And You and I.
You and I.
So today is a classic, it's a monumental song. It's something that for me, for the first time, listening a music that for me was something that came or coming from heaven. The sound, the vocals, the lyrics, the ambient, the drums, everything was new for me, and that impacted me till today. Today I hear that song, and I remember that first time that I listened it. When the song finish, I take a bus and go to the store and buy the album.
Where were you listening that song that first time?
Where?
Do you remember? Where were you listening? On the radio, in your room?
Yeah, and I don't
In your bedroom?
remember it's in my bedroom or I don't know in my room.
Your car?
Or, no, car.
Okay, at that
Please.
time.
I was I think 15 years old or less maybe. With that DJ, the name was Ivan Losher. Is a master of one of
That time.
The best
Radio Capital from Venezuela, Caracas.
Yes, exactly. He he talked and he put a lot of music that was discovering by all the people in that moment. Remember, that album is 1973, 73, and that the same year was Selling England by the Pound by Genesis, Trilogy, I think, from Emerson Lake and Palmer, and one of the things that I think is very, very important to the new generations, all that songs and all that music was listening on the radio. Today,
Right.
it's impossible.
Right. And Gerardo, you are one of the best drummers out of Venezuela, pioneer on the progressive rock of Venezuela. When we met in a festival, high school festival.
Yes, San Agustin.
San
Festival.
Agustin, Colegio San Agustin de Caracas. You were amazing that day. At that time, Timpano was only 2 guitar players. You want to comment about that experience that you had with the guys, Miguel Angel, Bubu, Pedro Castillo from Attitudes then?
Yes. Well, we participate in many different festivals in Caracas, but we never was participant. The organizers or the people that was making that, they invite us.
Right, I remember that.
I don't know why.
The band invited
I
that
think
festival.
that we was making something interesting for the people. And remember, we was 16 years old. So we don't have many experience on the instruments and on playing alive on the stage. So the first the first
Exposure.
exposure. No, the first four. How to say we was only 4 members.
Right.
Yeah, 2 guitar, bass, and drums, and Pedro was one of the guitar player and singer. The other guitar was Miguel Echevarreneta, and then Leonardo Arias on the bass and me on drums. And the influence on that moment was, of course, Wiz Bonash. Wiz Bonash was a 2 guitar, bass, and drums,
Right.
and we were listening. Everybody was discovering different waves, different music that came from Europe, from England, from the States, from different sources that we can. Be
That was influenced
able,
by you guys.
but
those
the
bands.
influence in that moment was principal,
Right.
Wiz Bonash, of course, and then after that, Gentle Giant, Premiata Forneria Marconi from Italy, Genesis, of course, yes,
Right.
King Crimson.
Now, from that day that you guys were the invited band for this competition between high schools in Caracas, to Baja, to Brazil, to all these places that you've been through.
That is an incredible
Journey.
because we start on that days, and then there's another evolution of the band, and we incorporate keyboards. And then in 1978, we recorded our very, very first album, Atabal Yemal.
Classic.
Yeah,
Classic
and we made
progressive rock.
1,000 copies.
Don't forget about that. Atabal Gemal.
Yes.
If you want to know how to get it, just email us, write us, call us, and we will tell you how to get it. It's a piece of art
Yeah.
for the progressive rock at that time.
Yeah, we recorded on 8 tracks. Only 8 tracks,
8 tracks.
in 1 week.
Yeah, Pro Tools here.
In 1 week. In 1 week, we recorded everything.
Yeah, I remember.
So, and then the band,
bro, you got
the
them
band, the
drums.
band was changing members and changing style. Remember in 1977, 8, 9, the disco music was growing, was coming, and the progressive was going down. And then you can compare the music from the 70s, early 70s on program bands, and the 80s, and finally on the end of the 70s, the same band was playing different music.
Until
so
80s, right? Everyone.
we make the same, but we stop the music that we was doing with Atabal Yemal and the members. And 20 years after, we make the reunion. We make a re-edition of the album, and then we continue with the music that we stopped. We, thanks God, we recorded some ideas on cassettes, of course. And then when make that reunion 20 years after, we take the cassettes, listen the music, and we started from zero.
Right.
But at the same time, the first rehearsal or reunion was talking about what happened in your life, what are you doing, the families with kids,
the story of life.
Stories. Yes, 20 years. 20 years,
Right.
a half.
A lot of things happening.
A half life.
Right.
Because we was 15, 16.
I have a question for you. Since day one.
Baja Proc. Okay, we made the reunion, and then we signed with a label.
European label.
Yes, a French. It's called Musea Records. They made reissues of the albums from the 70s, but that was
It was international exposure. Finally, it's international exposure that you guys were looking for.
They asked us about to recording, to make the re-edition and recording new music.
Right.
We have a lot of music. During the recording to Venezuela, for the first time, I think it's the only time that they went to Venezuela. Yes, was touring South America, and then call us the promoters call us if we can open the act for Yes.
And this was in Caracas.
That was something that we never thought. Never. Imagine that you're
your
listening,
first song,
and you and then I was with
the first song that you
John
like,
and
then
John Anderson,
playing with
Alan
him.
White, Steve Howe, Chris Squire, and I started crying when I heard that, and of course
Right.
Close to the Edge and all the song. So and then we was invited to Prog Day. Baja Prog in California, Baja California, and was the first time that we representing Venezuela and that big context for the first time.
Global.
But in a progressive festival,
Right, coming
we
from
was.
Venezuela.
We can believe that what's happening to us, and then one thing that happened is when the show because we opened
The show, right?
yeah the festival.
Yeah, right.
Yes, the first day, and then when they opened
The cordons.
yeah, they opened, and all the flags was in front of the audience, and in the center was Venezuela.
Wow. You can that
Imagine
feeling
what,
was in
what
the
you,
chicken
do you
chill.
think
Right.
the first time, and when you see that, wow, this is a miracle. This is a blessing to be here.
All your effort, all the sacrifices.
And the best thing of that, we recorded. We recorded the entire show.
Wow.
And I think in YouTube you can find Tempano at Baja Prog. There's a pieces that we
Timpano at Baja Pro on YouTube.
Yeah.
So good thing to be checking.
You can
Now, let me ask you a question. Since the first day that you were, that day that we met, that I believe that was in November, December, 19, blah, blah, blah. Up to now, how many shows have you played in your life? A round number.
From when?
Since the first time that we met.
With Tempano or me personally?
No, Timpano, and well, you know, every time that you are in a show, in
The show
and
business.
in a club or a big concert, how many shows you got on your belt now?
Wow. It's a very interesting
Never had that fucking question before,
question.
right?
Yes. I think more than
1,000.
no 1,000, but
1,000, more than 1,000.
but very close, very close.
I would say more than
very
that.
close, very close to 1,000, because it's not only with Tempano. It's a range, a big range of concert that I
Now,
and big, little, giant, and
now let me ask you another question, a little more technical now. You as a drummer, you had the opportunity to use in-ears or side fill, what they call it, drum fill. What do you rather use?
Now, depend of the show, because, for example, I have a tribute band of the Police, of course no, but
Talking about Sendata,
Sendata,
it's a
yeah.
police tribute, one of the best band in U.S.
we are doing always old school.
Old school.
Old
I
school
like that.
with the
Monitors,
wet and
Side
side
fills,
fields
right,
and
the drums.
everything. It's a old school. And in other situations, I use in-ears, because sometimes we have backing tracks, and
Right.
we are using that to listen everything, and sometimes click tracks and etc.
Right.
But for me, the best way to perform is with them
That you be free.
Yeah, we because you are free, you're listening,
Right.
or everything. With in-ear, you don't have the power, you don't have the punch of the
Right.
of the sound.
Now, for your information, Gerardo, it's the drummer for Zendata, which is a Police, one of the best tribute bands in U.S. And quite experience that we have. We might working in something going on. We are.
And remember, talking about the Police, do you have something to say about the Police?
Yeah, I almost kicked.
Huh?
Stink roadie ass. Because you guys.
We opened the Police
Well, yeah, I
in
remember that, my last
Venezuela,
year.
and Rafael was my roadie. Yes,
Yes,
he
I'm
was
very
my
proud to
roadie.
say that I started in this industry being your roadie,
Yes,
drummer,
exactly.
and I carry his drum for many, many years.
On the Tangerine Dream.
Right, the Tangerine Dream. That's
That's
for
another history.
That's another
That's
story for
another
another
story.
time.
This is a one podcast exclusively for
Right, for the Tangerine Dream. There we go.
because it's
Now
a
my car
history.
in the 70s.
Yes.
Now, the problem was that the roadie didn't want us to do something, and I got a little upset. But then, Mr. Carlos Fonseca from Audiorama in Venezuela,
Yeah.
good friend, who I love very much, he said no problem. He was going to fix the problem, but that was quite experience. Yes, Temple Open for police.
Yes.
Long time ago in Caracas, El Poliedro de
1981.
Something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You keep saying the years.
Yeah.
I don't know you, but I'm
I
25
remember.
years old.
I remember like yesterday
Right.
when I shared the stage with not only with the police, with Jazz, with Kansas, with Roger Water, me personally with my own band, my
Yeah, but that's a,
as another thing.
no. That's a good thing. Well, explain the name of your band. How was the first time that you got into?
Okay.
You were hired to do something.
Okay, when we signed with Musea Records, I always have crazy ideas. I have
Your solo
different
projects.
yeah, but I asked to Alexis Lopez Bello, who was the people that show them to Musea a cassette with the Atawal Mal record. So he sent it to Musea Record, and they asked him what and where was this treasure?
Treasure.
Treasure. Wow, this is wow, it's incredible. Okay, they are able to record it, to make a reunion, and that's what happened that way.
And the name is Ora Drake.
And then I asked Alexi, what do you think about if we can make some different albums from each one of the
members of the band.
Like yes, they made a solo albums. Alan White, John Anderson, Chris Squire, Fishes of the Water,
Right.
of course. And then he asked them, and they told him, yeah, why not? So immediately I sent Alexis to show them the music, and they approved immediately.
The
So
project.
I started to make my own project. The name of the project is Odrarek. It's a backward Gerardo Odrarek. Crazy. And the name of the album is God's Garden, because the garden that God create, it's part of the Venezuela. Why? Because the Ollantaytambo, Santo Angel,
Right.
and that's it's a part of
Places
the
in Venezuela
planet. One of
that
the
inspire you.
ancient part, and it's like a big garden. So that's why I call the album God's Garden.
Well, let's take a few seconds here and let me give you a couple tips of sound. Our director and director of everything here, Mr. Gabriel Miranda,
The producer.
the producer, everything that we do is supervised by Miranda. Miranda, are you going to make him talk? What was it? Miranda, say something.
Something.
Something. There we go.
Beautiful.
There
Yeah,
we go.
that's a remark.
Okay, here we got. It's an 18 sound, a new product. Okay, it's the NTLW 2000. It's a 6-inch. You see, it's a tetra coil. Okay, neodymium in the magnet. Actually, the yoke is called inside the magnet. It's a good product. Recommended to check it out. Called Universal Music, who are the distributors for 18 Sound from Canada, US, Caribbean Island, and whatever is down south. So, and a sponsor of, biggest sponsor of our podcast. No? And also we have sponsors like Linear Research, Nutric, and of course, where we are at Universal Music in Miami, Florida, which we owe practically everything that we are, right? And well, this is that part of that we recommend. Now, we're gonna use something called. We're going to be doing something that's frog, no frog. Let me explain to you as you see the image. Frog, it's not good. No frog is good. We understand that? So, it's not like frog you, or what the frog?
What the
Or
frog?
frogging, something like that. What the frog are we talking about?
Frog.
We don't know what the frog are we talking about, but
Mother frog.
anyway, it's going to be part of the show. Thank you very much. Music in comparison in our time, the 70s to music now. Frog or no frog?
No.
Frog. Frog, no, not frog.
No
We're modern. We adjust to new things in life.
The music now is flat. There's no dynamics. There's no things happening on the music. The music is very short. You need to make a short history, a story, and you don't have the
emotions,
the time to explain,
right?
To express, to live the music talk. So I think.
How about using auto-tuning in vocals? Not, as you know, now there is the auto-tuning that when singers are out of tune, they put in tuning.
Today with.
Is it frog or no frog? Frog for me. I like natural voice.
Of course, me too. Frog.
Frog.
Totally frog. Because with the technology, everybody is using autotune, Melodyne, and all the stuff, but that's not natural.
Right.
I don't know. Sounds perfect, but we are a human being. We are not perfect.
All school of recording, everything live, microphones, dealing with compressor, limiters, reverbs, etc., against today's computer thing.
Plugins.
Frog, exactly. Frog or no frog? Frog for me is the mother. I love old-fashioned.
Yeah.
And in Tech Range Studio, we are a mixture of doing things at the old-fashioned. We call it the Logic Pro Tools, Focusrite, and but we record from a stage that it's all real. So, what's for you? Frog or no frog?
Oh, I used a lot of plugins, but better, of course, results come from the analog.
Right.
So,
like everybody is trying to, you always get a gear out time now.
frog.
Frog and frog, no, frog. Okay, well, to finalize this, how do you evaluate our first podcast? Frog or no frog?
Frog.
No frog. All right. Thank you very much to be patient with us. We've been working very hard on this. I hope that you like it. Any comments you can see under the page. You can email us, message us, or contact Miranda. He doesn't want to talk, but he will talk to you over the phone. Thank you very much, and we hope that in less than a week we'll have the next one, which I got to thank you, Gerardo, before you. You are my friend for many years, my partner, my everything, brother. And my son that I adopted from Brazil, very proud to say that because he was who put this shit together.
Yes.
It was not my idea, was Miranda, so he's crazier. him or me that I follow. Good night. Thank you.